Choose you this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. It's time for a bird video!
Are still under the full control of the property owner. This is a common misconception that has been widely shared within the auditing community, and having a deep understanding of the public forum doctrine is a vital element of conducting a lawful audit. Ultimately, Mr. Pepperoni was able to find common ground with Mr. Brown and diffuse the interaction without the need for law enforcement intervention. I commend Mr. Pepperoni for exercising his rights peacefully and engaging in a civil dialogue with Mr. Brown. Be sure to give Pepperoni Audits' channel your support. You can find a link in the description below. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic.
Oh yeah, I just took Retarded Genius to the next level with that mirror hanging from the string on the ceiling. Yeah! This is awesome. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about coming up with crazy creations. Or I should say cool creations. And it's including the crazy cables from the other day and the reflective material. And I'll have to check the dates on my other clips, but it is Sunday, I believe the 29th, yep, of August 2021, by the way. Yeah, that reflective material is pretty neat. I was thinking about maybe not using it, but I think it's pretty neat, especially for the camera. I know it sounds funny, but it actually looks better on the camera than it does in real life. What you guys doing? Well, what was I gonna watch anyway? I had something playing but I actually pay attention to what I watch. So I paused it while I decided to quickly implement my little dangling mirror idea. By the way, it was really neat because the little birds were over here flying around at me when I was holding the mirror earlier. I should set up a tripod, catch that a little bit later.
My life story, interested in my time as a police officer. Some of the stories y'all would have never heard from me is in that book. So get it, support it, whatever you want. Do what you want to do. Anyway, like and subscribe to this channel. I'm not like a promoter, man. I suck at promoting my own stuff. But anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Do what y'all do. Y'all know what it is. Let's get into this. I think I messed that whole thing up. Don't worry about it. Anyway, people are coming out on social media saying that Joe Biden fell asleep in his interview with the Israeli Prime Minister. And conservatives, I hate to break it to you, but y'all need to stop doing what the left does. You know, because when I first saw the video, they showed me.
We need to be strong, both of us, for a lighthouse in a very, very stormy world. Thank you, Mr. President. I look forward to working with you now and for many years forward. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and you give me credit.
I don't want to hear nothing you got to say because he's stupid enough to have a mask on while he's talking. He don't have his mask on. Why does he not have a mask on and he has a mask on while he's talking? You can't see him. If you're a person who was blind, deaf, how are you going to try to at least interpret what he's saying if they don't have the subtitles? By reading his lips, you can probably get a gist of what he's saying. You can see his emotional response. You can see all of that. Now, of course, this is not a leader. This is a beta male. Beta male don't look at people while they talk. He got his head down. You know, the confidence that gives you enough fodder to get online and go viral. But don't make up stuff. The guy wasn't asleep when he was talking to the prime minister. He's a coward. He's looking down. His decorum is bad. But he did not fall to sleep. Don't fall for the bait. Don't be the Jussie Smollett of the conservative party. Because I see this going around the internet and it's kind of viral. And people are saying that he fell asleep. So don't get tricked. Don't be misled. Be taterless. And I'll tell you what. It will be an honor for me and us, in my opinion, if we were to make the bestseller list. It's not really about money to me. It's about making the list and having a successful book. Because once your book is successful and is deemed a New York Times bestseller and it's one of the bestsellers on Amazon and all of the signed copies, all of that combined will make the book more popular and everybody will have access to read the book, okay? And once my books start coming out, man, I'll start doing some giveaways, because as much as I can, I want to have the book in as many hands as I can. And some people will get the book for free if I'm able to do that, right? You know, it's a publishing company. You gotta go through all this other stuff. I gotta buy the books on my own, especially the ones I sign. I gotta buy them on my own and sign them. Whatever the case may be, that's the minutia. That's God is in control. Everything's gonna be all right in your life if you have faith. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? Shout out to the IG, and shout out to the YouTube family. I have to just say this real quick, and I think that I share the sentiment of normal, functional people, and I only got about 14 minutes to make this video. Joe Biden is a complete failure. I don't understand for the life of me how this guy is the president of the United States. Not only is he circling the drain, he's not cognitive, he's not a reasonable person. He's old and senile, and they were using their own agenda for 20 years. They knew for 20 years under Bush, Trump, Obama. You go down the list. The people in charge of our government are absolute crooks. I'm saying that somebody needs to explain to me how the United States government, the people who are in charge of our military, allow us to be in Afghanistan for 20 years. And we decide to pull out of Afghanistan, and within weeks, the Taliban has completely taken over. Completely taken over. They said 6 million people there in the Taliban is taken over in a matter of days. Then they're running around with what appears to be, people are saying that they are, I can't verify it, I don't know, American weapons that have been left behind, drones and other technology that have been left behind by Americans when they just completely abandoned Afghanistan. It's crazy to me. It's all bullcrap. You can wear a mask, you don't have to wear a mask sitting down at the restaurant, but you have to wear a mask sitting down in your classroom. Social distancing. And you shouldn't be at a crowded place. You can't go to your family's funeral, but you can fly on an airplane. You can fly on an airplane. You can't go to your mom and daddy's funeral, but you can fly on an airplane. I'm old enough to remember when people could not attend their family's funeral. They couldn't go into the hospital to see a dying family member. But you can go, you can fly on an airplane, no problem. No problem. Fly on an airplane, 6-7 hours. I don't want to say a cuss word, but you got, I don't want to say it, I'm not going to say it, but it's a phrase that we used to use, you got butts and elbows, touching, kissing and slopping on each other, and it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. How dare you think about going to a family meeting, a family gathering, how dare you, super spreading criminal. But yet BLM is out protesting every night and they haven't said a word about it. How dare you go to President Trump's rally, you super spreader, and they out here terrorizing the community, burning stuff down, looting stores, and not one iota of criticism of COVID-19 spreading. You didn't get vaccinated, you super spreaders, y'all just, you guys hate America and that. But Lollapalooza had tens of thousands of people piled in each other like sardines, spitting and slopping on each other. God knows with the amount of alcohol that they were drinking at Lollapalooza and the amount of STDs that people were catching, COVID don't even have a chance. But they didn't say nothing about that. I don't even think it came up on the news that there was a problem. That in Chicago, they're gonna. Lori Dirtyfoot is condoning it, but you better not dare go to holiday vacation with your family. It can't be more than 2 or 3 of them in the house together. This is Biden's America, man. Whoever voted for him, y'all voted for him y'all voted for poor leadership. You knew that half-dead man wasn't gonna be able to do nothing. Economy is out of control. The house market is getting ready to crash. like nobody's business, because these liberals are just deferred. First of all, they shut your businesses down. Then they deferred payment as if somehow money is going to drop out of the air. You're going to start being able to recoup the payments that you haven't paid for the last 2 years, year and a half. And then now people are moving out of these liberal hellholes. And how the housing market is, you can't buy. People are buying or are being charged these overpriced houses. And then they said just over the weekend, it was like 50-some people shot and 4 people were killed, including a 7-year-old, in one weekend. And Cori Bush, the dummy, they had the nerve to say she's willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on private security, but she thinks it's right to defund the police. Unarmed black man shot in 2020 and had one unarmed black man shot in 2015. That's 2 people in 5 years, 5 or 6 years, if you count 21. 2 black men shot unarmed in 6 years. You probably can't count on your hands, toes, and the hands and toes of everybody you know of how many black people have been shot and killed in St. Louis alone. But you know what? This is the America that these people want to live in. Liberalism, if we don't step up and we don't do something about this, if we don't fight back, if we don't, we just lay down and take it, liberalism will destroy the greatest country that ever existed. They are going to turn this place into a communist country. You should be critical of the government. There's nowhere in the Constitution, there's nowhere in any founding document that says that the government controls your life. We, the people, give the government authority. The government don't give us authority. We give the government the authority to act on our behalf. And at a point in time in which the government is not acting in good faith, we can remove that authority from the government. Do not forget that. They don't run us. They can't tell you what to do. And within reason. Okay, you out here searching stuff you shouldn't search on the internet of little kids, then you're fair game. But for you to tell the American people that they cannot question an election, that they cannot question the most confusing rhetoric I've ever heard of any disease on any scale. I ain't say disease, this is a virus, technically. Theoretically. I guess. It's a lot of questions around it, but somehow we're supposed to lay down and take it. Don't let these people teach your kids all this stupid stuff. Don't let them tell you your kids gotta wear a muzzle for 6 hours a day. No, tell them no. Withdraw your kids from the school. They're not really getting a good education anyway. To be honest, let me tell you something. And I gotta jump, man. I can't be on here. When I was in school, I don't remember half of that stuff. I don't need time brainwashing kids and doing nothing for the benefit of their future. They don't teach kids how to do nothing. And nobody care about, I can teach my kid 2 + 2 is 4. I can teach my kid. How do you lead? How do you serve? How do you communicate? They got kids out here that it's called book smart, but you're not street smart. They teach you all this stuff that you're never going to use so you can be book smart. And you get out in the world and you're a complete idiot. 90% of the youth growing up, they're complete idiots. They're cowards, they're idiots, they're afraid of everything, they don't take chances, they just follow the system. They're just a wasted time. Some of these young people, just complete idiots. They can't challenge one of them, they'll cry in the corner like a punk. Then they sleeping with people and have a kid with them. Now daddy's a punk and then he grew up and raised little chumps. You're a coward. You don't know how to dress. You have no leadership skills. I have to drag you by your hair to tell you what to do every 5 minutes. Answer the phone, Joshua!